It feels like it's been forever. Sorry about that. We have had a lot going on the past month or two. YouTube has become way on the back burner of life. And I'm sorry about that to all of you. It was not my intention to go this long without a video. But anyway, let's get into a life update. It's kind of a school update as well. I'm going to be doing a designated curriculum update with things that we're using and not and all of that and coming up. But for now, just kind of how school is generally going in life. As far as schooling with the baby, it has gone really well so far. And I think it's mostly just because she is such a great and easy baby. She's so go with the flow and chill, and it's such a blessing. And the girls are really loving having her around. They're all such great sisters, and so it's really just so cute to see that little bond and relationship happen between them. I wanted to share the baby, and I will. If you stick around, I'm going to share her, but she just fell asleep and I'm not trying to wake her up, but I will attach it at the end of this video. So I really wasn't not sure what to expect. I was quite nervous, honestly, because I know how I usually am the first year of having a baby, and it can be very tiresome. Hormones are all over the place. You just feel like you have to adjust to a new normal. And so she's done really well, fit in really well. I'm not going to give tips and advice or anything like that, just because it's still pretty new and I really don't have much to say right now at this point. So sorry I can't be of help, but so far it's been such a little blessing to have her. In another video, I shared that we were doing a gentle approach to school, starting with just our main subjects and then going into our morning time and science and history and all that. We were gonna kind of stair step it. And so that has gone well. And I'll probably get into that in another video. But in addition to that, part of the reason is because we had a trip planned. So at the end of September, we surprised the girls. We had been planning this trip for over a year, but we surprised them. We went to Disney with my parents and my mother-in-law, and we took, obviously we took our girls with us. They were the main reasons we went. And so it was so hard to plan that and to keep it a surprise. We all almost messed up multiple times. It was thrown out there and we had to cover. But the only reason we did that is because they had told us a couple years ago, if we ever go on a trip, especially something like Disney, please let it be a surprise. Don't tell us until the day before. And I've had to ask them a couple times since then, just kind of casually throwing it out there. And they were like, no, we still want to be surprised. Please don't tell us. So I was like, oh, so it made it much more difficult to plan. So we ended up telling them a couple days before. And they were so surprised. It was the cutest little thing. It was so sweet. I don't know if it'll be as good, but we have to have it. So go open up and
Can you report for the week?
Yeah. Hershey Park.
What is that? Where are we going?
Where do you think?
Disney World?
Disney World? Is that where Minnie and Mickey are?
Yes! I told you we were going to sit at Disney World.
It's gonna take a while to drive. So we decided that we're gonna actually fly instead. So we had a really great trip at Disney. We spent a week there and then we came back and oh my gosh, I was so tired. When I was there, it was fine, but coming back, it was exhausting. So yeah, school was kind of all over the place a couple days before, and then we planned that whole week off, and then even a couple days after, that week after, things were just all over the place. So I will say we have had, as far as book work goes, we're not quite as far as I would like to be honest with you, but I'm not stressing about it. It will be okay. I have told myself a million times, we're just relaxing and going with the flow a lot more this year. And so I try to approach going to school and doing school with a relaxed just kind of what happens. On the one hand, I'm able to do that. Like I said, we're not as far as we would like to be. But on the other hand, I really tried to just be one of those like free range mom with like our bare feet and running around all day and in the dirt. And that's just, I wish it was. Part of me really wishes it was. It's just not us. My girls really thrive, some more than others, really thrive and need structure and routine. And I kind of prefer it too. And not that we have to be set schedule. Especially with the baby going, like we have to be flexible. We just can't be like willy-nilly. We get to school whenever we get to school. If we don't get to it today, oh well. Like that's just not us. If it's you, totally fine. I've discovered as much as I tried to make it be this year, I can't make us be something that we're not. And the reason I have not posted is we have just been so busy. And I know it's like everyone rolls their eyes like, duh, who is not busy? But we have been busier as far as outings than we normally are. So we have done, what do they do? One is in theater on Mondays. The other two take piano lessons. So it's kind of like, shuffling everyone around. They do homeschool book club every single week. We started that last year. And then for years, they've been doing Awanas at nighttime once a week, and we've been doing a Bible study once a week for a couple years. So those are have already been integrated into our family routine, weekly routine. So those weren't new. And then we always try to do something on Fridays, and we have been doing a lot more this year. And I'll talk about that in just a second. My daughter did softball, which was on Saturday. So we're literally going, and then church is on Sunday. So we were literally going every single day of the week. And so I just have only a couple of times in the week where I can film videos, and those slots honestly got taken up. So I really thought if I really stopped doing videos, it was going to be because I was tired with, having the baby and all that. And that is part of it, but it's mostly because of my older girls. We're really just going a lot. What else we did was my mom purchased for me and her and the girls. It's like a local seasonal pass, and it allows you to see all these different like local museums, science museum, history, art, different gardens, and local historical sites. And I've been sharing that on Instagram. So if you're kind of wanting to more, kind of on a side note, if you're interested in more of like the day-to-day, I share a lot more on Instagram than I have been on YouTube. So if you want to check me out there, it's just at The Practical Homeschooler. Anyway, so we have done that, and that was so fun. It was great memories. We did it one every single Friday, and we looked forward to it. We learned a lot about our local history, which you might think, oh, I live in kind of a boring place, but check out your local history. Like, I really, really encourage you to do that with your kids. Ask people at the library, check around, because there might be something that offers like either a homeschool discount, or you can get tickets through your local library. You can do things at very free or very cheap. You don't have to go out and spend a bunch of money. Look around. I guarantee if you search long enough or ask the right person, you'll be able to find something. And so we did that, and it has been so fun. We want to do it again next year. It was something that we all really, really, really looked forward to. And like I said, great, great memories. But that is finished at the end of October. My daughter's softball has ended. So some of those extra activities that we were doing a lot, we're not doing any vacations anytime in the near future. So a lot of that is kind of calming down, and we look forward to even my daughter's. We were noticing it was getting to be a lot. My daughters were kind of like, we've been doing a lot, Mom. And I've mentioned this in a video like a year ago about how if we do too much, it's just not good for us. We like to do fun, adventurous things, but going all the time is just not really good. We like to kind of have that nice balance. And so I think we were getting out of balance on that end a little bit too much. And so we're scaling back, dialing back a little bit. And I'm looking forward to just having more, especially as it gets colder, more quality time at home. And then another thing that made it super busy or felt busier, my husband does recovery ministry work. And so he's either helping out with meetings or talking one-on-one. sponsoring people or doing events. And so October just seemed to be really, really busy for him as well. And so when he's pulled away, you know, obviously he works. And then when he's pulled away with those extra ministry things, it's just makes me like, okay, my day is longer. And I'm not trying to like say it in a selfish way. It's just, it is what it is, you know, having the girls all day and then all night. And so it kind of makes things feel a little bit more pulled in all sorts of directions. But anyway, that's with him. He anticipates the next couple months to be a little bit slower too. We kind of have figured out our weekly schedule and routine, and that's helped me to feel better and just all of us to know what's going on. Not that we don't like spontaneous adventures here and there, of course, but we kind of like to know what this week is going to look like, what each week is going to look like. So what I kind of am looking forward to in the next couple months, obviously you have, like I said, where we live, it's cold weather. So we are looking for more indoor cozy activities at home. So our fun Fridays that we do, we had been going out and about and doing all those museums and things like that. But I talked to my girls and I'm like, well, what can we do to still make it fun? Because we always take Fridays and they have a lighter day of school. And I've actually finagled it a little bit so that Friday is pretty much hands off for me. I mean, of course I help when they need to, but it's independent work for them. And then that's when I can get a bulk of my cleaning done for the week. I tried to space it out like a little here and there, and I realize I don't have time for that. And maybe I'll talk about that a little bit more in like a day in the life or something like that later on. But for now, Fridays, I take a couple hours in the morning and I get my list done of stuff to get the house ready for the weekend. And it just lets us go through the weekend and like start the weekend on a fresh note. Anyway, so that's in the mornings. In the afternoons, I'm like, what do you guys want to do? And they've had some ideas. So we're going to do like, they have crafts that they'll do with my mother-in-law. I'm not a crafty person. I feel like I've mentioned that before, but yeah, that's not my jam. Is like, I don't love crafts. It kind of feels like I'm being strangled a little bit just thinking about it. We're going to do more like baking, cooking. I've been doing more like homemade things, homemade breads, yogurts. I plan on doing more fermented items. And I think that that's good because just in today's fast pace, everything is instant, right? If we're hungry, let's order DoorDash and it's in our, whatever we want is literally at our house in 30 minutes. We want Amazon and it's here the next day. And so with today's fast paced instant gratification, I am trying to teach them a little bit of like, let's slow down and wait for something. And so I'm going to teach them not only basic cooking, but things like that as well. And I'm looking forward to it. They're excited. And I think it'll be good. It's going to kill a lot of birds with one stone. I'm going to have food that I want to have made, teach them, and it's like a life skill for them to have. So we're looking forward to that. And then game days and things like that. So Fridays won't necessarily be us going out and about a lot. It might be, but I'm trying to do things here at home too. And also on a budget and not spending a bunch of money, trying not to kill the bank on fun Fridays. And then lastly, just kind of on another not fun update, I shared back in January or February a video, because it happened in January, so I probably shared it in February. My husband, he fell at work from like 20 feet off of a ladder and landed directly on his back. And thankfully he's okay. And oh my goodness, it could have been so much worse. But he still has a lot of pain, like all the time, pretty constantly. And it's been, I guess, it's been about 9 months right now. They said it'll take about a year, but I just feel so terrible for him. And we pray for him constantly that he'll be healed. He still has to go to work. And again, it's a really physically demanding job. You know, when you're bending and lifting and moving heavy things and you have to be physical, it doesn't help the back process of healing. He does a lot around here as far as fixing things and building things and DIY and repairing, and he does it all. If you think about it, please pray for him. I don't know if he'll need surgery eventually. He may or may not, but he's still in a lot of pain. So here we have baby Mia. Say hi, Mia. Say hi. She is gonna be 4 months in just a couple days, and so everyone comments, 100% of people like comment on her cheeks, whether they're strangers, whether they're friends, whether, you know, everyone is the cheeks. And then they ask how old she is, and I'm like, oh, you know, 3 months or 3.5 months, or now she's, you know, almost 4 months. And the next comment is always, wow. So I guess she looks big for her age. I don't know. I always had little chunkers, so this fits right in line. All my little babies were big little chunker chunks. So she's been a really great little addition, and we're so happy she's here. Mwah. It was about this time a year ago I found out I was pregnant with her. And so here she is. It's been a while. She loves her sisters.
Oh, look at that smiley.
Her sisters are over there.
Is this your gut? Yes. Yeah.
Do you have hiccups? Do you got hiccups? Okay, don't hurt each other.
She's knocking the rest out of. Oh, she's like,
Bye. Say bye.
bye.